Hey there, this is the guy that spent way too much time on the AFK stages, and welcome to this AFK journey video. So we just spent a lot of time on the AFK stages, and I'll say for the late game stage where I'm at right now, the full manual smoky team is a little bit too tiring sometimes. So what happens in the current stage that I'm at right now, we have to fully manual a lot of stuff, and it's basically revolving around smoky, which I personally think it's not the most healthy thing, at least I'll say gaming wise. So I'll probably save this topic for another video, because today's focus I'll be talking more about clan reputation, the two new artifacts that we just unlocked, right, the fleeting foot as well as the Thunderbolt artifact. So for those of you guys who haven't unlocked clan reputation or is not in the Song of Strife season, clan reputation is basically a new series of side quests where every single day you will be able to claim the missions from the clan reputation tab at the bottom right hand corner if you fulfill the criteria. So I think on my $0 free to play account it's still locked because I haven't reached this stage yet to unlock the clan reputation. So every single day you can get one quest, and it basically resets at the usual reset timer, so you can stock up to 3 quests in this page. If you are really busy or this is just a side game to you, you can stock up to 3 page and then clear it, and then from there you can claim more. So you cannot stock up 4 quests in the page, but you can stock up to 3. Okay, so that's for the amount of quests you can stock up, let's say if you're not clearing them on the spot. But I'll say the quest itself is really straightforward. Like, it's all the mini games which were introduced in Song of Strife, so the puzzling as well as the herding, as well as I'll say I can't remember what's the last mini game. So it's a combination of different mini games as well as you going after different objectives. So generally I'll say it's really simple. I'll say fun to a certain extent, because some of the puzzles, right, will require a little bit of brain power, but honestly speaking it's not so tough that it's unsolvable. I think if it's really tough, I'll probably provide a guide, but it's really simple, so I'm pretty sure you guys can solve it. So that's for the clan reputation, a series of very simple, very time savvy, limited event quests. Okay, and moving back to the reward side of things, personally for this event, I really respect the fact that it's so time savvy, because every day I think clan reputation probably takes up max 5 to 10 minutes of your time. I think most people should be 5, maybe some other people who, you know, is doing this on the sideline while they play other game or do other stuff, maybe they'll be a little bit distracted, so maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And personally for the reward side, I think it's fine. So every day you can get up to 100 points per quest, so you need to do 2 quests to get level ups. So from aloof to aloof plus to neutral is 200 per level, so 2 quests. And then this is all the rewards I've unlocked so far. So with the unlock today, we just unlocked the Thunderbolt artifact right here, as you guys can see. So I can't tap on it, so you guys cannot see the pop-up, but this is the new artifact which I want to talk about today as well later on after this one. And for the reward side, other than the artifacts, other than Fleet Foot, other than Thunderbolt, we are also getting essence, gems, as well as EXP books. So they are all equally spread out in terms of the tiers. So every tier will give you about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rewards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every tier is about 5. So there's friendly minus, friendly plus, amicable minus, okay, amicable plus. So I think the reward side is okay, right? I feel that overall rewarding structure as well as the time structure for this event is well paced. That's my personal opinion, because AFK stages right now takes up quite a lot of time. So initially I would have hoped for clan reputation to be something that's a little bit more engaging, something which there's more stuff to do rather than a simple 5 to 10 minutes daily stuff. But then looking at the title of the game, AFK Journey, considering the fact that we are spending a lot of time on the AFK stages, I don't think having another time consuming clan reputation event is going to be the way to go. So that is at least my personal opinion. And for the reward spreading side, I feel that it's fair to a certain extent, because everybody's basically getting everything as long as you're doing this event. So the more hardcore people that is doing the thing every single day, you will unlock all the necessary resources to power up. For people who don't really care so much, just remember to log in every day to collect the quest. Do it once your quest is full, and then claim the resources so that you have enough resources to power up your account. So I did say it's a you can do whatever you want, right? So if you want to do it, you get the resources. If you don't do it, it's fine as well. So eventually, if you clear everything, you will be able to get all the freebies just like everyone else. So that's something which I appreciate. Okay, so that's for the Grimoire event. However, there's one thing which I want to talk about. So that is with regards to the artifact. So this is my latest artifact update. So we have level 20 on all the different artifacts. I also got my equipment all maxed out, so I'll probably do a more comprehensive Song of Strife season equipment guides to talk about the things which are more important, or the things which I haven't talked about specifically for the equipment side of things, at least for the new season or any new changes. So I'll save that for another video. But for the artifact side of things, right, what disappoints me the most is that yes, even though my dashing spell is only level 19, whereas all my other artifacts level 20, I'll be really honest with you guys, I think this dashing spell is super duper underwhelming. So this dashing spell provides attack speed stats, HP as well as attack percentage. The effect of dashing spell grants a blessing to all ally heroes when a battle starts, and every 20 seconds onwards, with an attack speed buff for 7 seconds. So you have a 30-second downtime. Right, so even if you reduce this all the way to level 20, right, you increase the duration to the cooldown to 17 seconds, and then you use it for 7 seconds, you still have a 10 seconds downtime. So yes, I think the attack speed is good to grant you more energy, faster attack, more crit, maybe even more damage on certain units. But generally, because haste is such a good stat, right, attack speed already lost out by a little bit, right? Combine that with the fact that this effect of this artifact is, I'll say, pretty mediocre because it has a longer downtime than its uptime, which I'll say, I guess they could easily make it like a 8-second, 9-second thing, right? To give it like a more 50-50 feel towards the later power, or even like a 9-8, so 9-second duration, 8-second cooldown, right? So that it's not overpowered. But it feels very, very weak because I tried dashing spell in Dream Realm. I also tried to do it in AFK challenge, but it's not possible because AFK challenge right now is mostly Smoky team. So Smoky doesn't really benefit much from attack speed anyway. So it's not going to be useful for AFK challenge. For Dream Realm, comparing this to evocation spell or even quick blade spell, it just pales a lot in comparison. I also don't know why, because evocation spell has a mix of both offense and defense, but I think in general, I guess the uptime on evocation spell is probably more efficient. Like if you take a look at evocation spell summons a spirit once you max it out, right, at every 10 seconds, right? So the duration is 6 seconds, so you only have a 4-second cooldown per cycle. Even though the skill set provides different stuff, right? Provides a shield, provide attack, life drain, and haste, but the numbers on these buffs are massive. Like, it is very massive, like 40 haste, 25% attack, right? Then shield and life drain is also useful for Dream Realm purposes because you need to survive to do as much damage as possible. So this artifact turns out to be even better than dashing spell in most cases, which I feel kind of disappointed because I felt, hey, these two are like the last two, you know, they should be of a certain power level. But nope, evocation spell is still the better one. Even cascade spell is a lot better simply due to the fact that cascade spell has haste and the ability to accelerate your team's energy gain, or the one unit's energy gain to start the battle. So cascade spell is also very, very powerful. And then obviously quick blade spell is pretty much, I'll say, one of the go-to if you want a little bit more firepower while having enough defensive stats. And then obviously if you need defensive stuff, right, then Stormcaller and Light Heal will be your way to go. Then for mage team, you want to use Crescent spell. So like, personally for dashing spell, I feel that I think there isn't really a team that really wants to use this, and there isn't really a game mode that you want to use this. So pretty sad, but I guess, right, Thunderbolt spell might be a lot better. I'm not sure what's the final stats of Thunderbolt spell, so let's just upgrade it. we'll see the final haste stats or what's the potential haste stats. So Thunderbolt spell has one of the most OP stats in the game, which is haste, as you guys can see, and it seems like the haste increase is quite big, but I don't know what's the cap, so we're just going to increase with whatever resources we have. So level up, level 11, okay, level 12, level 13, level 14, 15, 16, and 17. Yeah, so we are still a little bit far away from level 20, but at level 17, take a look at this. It gives you 12 haste, and HP wise, it is okay. 16.8 is pretty standard, but the haste is big. And if you take a look at the effect, unleash a lightning storm when an ally casts a total of 3 or 10 ultimates, striking enemies with lightning 6 times within 2.5 seconds. Each enemy can only be hit up to 3 times during a lightning storm, with each hit dealing damage that capped at 55% of the allies attack. So first storm, each lightning strike deals true damage to the healthiest enemy that equals 16% of their current HP, reducing their energy on hit by 20 for 4 seconds. This effect is unstackable. Second storm, each lightning strikes deal true damage to the weakest enemy that equals 26% of their lost HP. So for the increase in level, increases the damage output, and then increases the number of lightning shots, so on and so forth. So this is actually quite a powerful artifact. I guess I'll just showcase this with the Dream Realm boss so that you guys know what it does. So it's quite a powerful one from some of the replays I sent my friend. Obviously my damage is not going to be as good, but 12 haste as well as more damage, sign me up for that. Let's see the final damage. Okay, so the timer is at the left side, so it calculates the number of ultimate very similarly to Starshot spell. So this is the Starshot spell there. Oh wait, wow, that's a very cool animation. So you guys can see 3 or 8. So the first one is 3, and then subsequently you need to cast 8 ultimates. So this is an artifact which I would say mimics that of Starshot spell, but it's probably like the heavy damage portion where it does a lot if you activate it, but at the same time it is not like as consistent in a drawn out battle, because from what you guys can see, right, after you use the second lightning storm, it's no longer used. So that's the unfortunate part. I thought you can do more, but then you still get a 12 haste buff, although you lose quite a bit of stats on the third line, so my units are not surviving that well. But based on what it is, based on it at level 17, as well as the amount of damage that was done by the lightning storm from the massive HP drop whenever the lightning storm is proc, I do see some potential in this, right? I think the 12 haste is always going to be juicy. Probably got to find a comp where we can abuse the skill fast enough, or a comp that can survive long enough to cycle through the 13 ultimates. So the precursor for this, I think the 2 lightning strikes, they're all massive, right? They're all really powerful. I think specifically for bossing, it's going to be something that we should look out for. Maybe this artifact will change the final build for Crystal Beetle. I don't know, but we will wait and see. There's a possibility there. So we'll wait until it's level 20, and then we'll test it side by side with all the other level 20 artifacts, and then we see whether or not these will increase our final damage, because the stat haste very massive. And HP wise, not the best, but I think it's sufficient to keep the team alive if you have enough sustained units. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Just a simple run through of the Grimoire clan event as well as the latest artifact. And I'll probably talk more about like the late game state of the game as well as my personal thoughts in the next video or the next 2, depending on what else comes up for release. So that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in and listening to my rant. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.